good. Okay, this is me, Andy. Hi. I wanted to check out this game called Pentiment. It is on Game Pass currently for the Xbox and the PC. Um, just released, I believe, developed by Obsidian or developed by some of the people who used to work for Obsidian. Okay. This game's all about fonts here. This game uses stylized fonts and writing effects that may be difficult for some readers. Easy to read fonts options improves legibility by disabling some fonts and writing effects. I want stylized fonts. Autosave feature. Oh, something's cutting out the screen at the bottom there. I don't know if it shows up on the stream. Nope. Okay, well, doesn't like too much. It's getting cut off. I can't read that. Oh, I got stone. Right there. Stone doesn't want to move. Move stone, press stone. Oh, okay. Fuck all this shit. Yes. All that shit that happened didn't happen. I'm in charge. Xbox Game Studio presents. Yes, Obsidian. Pentiment, which I heard someone say that means like a piece of art under another piece of art. Credits up front, very classy. I downloaded this on my Xbox in the living room, but I was like, well, maybe I can get it on the PC and I could stream it, and sure enough, I can. Which is cool. And I swear to God, OBS captured this fucking window like the first time I tried to do it. Whenever I try to stream Steam games, it takes like 9 million tries before OBS actually said, oh, there's a game here. Let's see it. So I think this game's like a murder mystery type thing. I need to put some opacity on that Pixel Punk logo. I think this game's like a murder mystery. Okay. Still good. We got an artist's mind. And the abbot said to me, Andreas, I don't want you distracting the sisters in the library. I need you to finish the commission by the end of April. Keep your conversations with Brother Piero to a minimum. Don't distract him. Up to the devil's work again, Saint Grobian. Don't encourage him, says Beatrice. Devotion to one's work can yield pleasures of the mind superlative of those of the body. Either you need to spend time with more exciting lovers, or I need to learn how to work Socrates' way. The Socrates way. How did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? I apologized and said I'd be more mindful. I said it's not my fault that God made me this handsome. I ignored him, which is what the comment merited. Yeah, fuck him. That may be so, but it put you on his bad side. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. Father Gernot needs Andreas to finish the Abbey's commission. This is true, and Andreas is simply under the abbot's employ, not a sworn brother of the Abbey. Despite the abbot's ire, you must endure. Soon you will have finished both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. And then you will return to Nuremberg, where marriage and your new life as a master await you. Yes, marriage to someone he has never met. Hardly ideal. Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher. Oh, Jesus! Then you should definitely get married. Is she pretty at least? That's what my brother said in his letter, but maybe he's just trying to lift my spirits. The small portrait they sent was lovely, But we artists can be flatterers. Oh, who knows? That's not why I'm doing it anyway. Let's go for the picture. Scoring late. The wheel of time stops for no man. Andreas, I fear you must leave us. Okay. Will you visit again soon? Hopefully, but it's out of my control. As many things, trust in Providence. Gorbian, please see Andreas safely home. Of course, Your Majesty. Until next time, Andreas. Until next time, Your Majesty. Okay? Oh shit! They're dancing! Pay no mind to the other fools. I love this background. The fucking wind's blowing at those dudes. They're fucking partying. They're fighting! Oh shit. Andreas is pissed. Ow. That dude is licking the boat. Guess I would if they'd stop stepping on my feet. Watch where you're going. They're fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything. I agree. I know John wants you to endure the abbot's shit, but since I take you home, I get the last word. Don't let him run you ragged, boy. The abbot can't push me around. He's just trying to keep order in the abbey. I'm an outsider. It will be fine. I don't want to cause any trouble. That's fine. That's no way to think about it. You need to stand up for yourself. Fucking kick that dude overboard. Gah! Would you please? He just kicked you over, dude. His nose is pointing up. I give up. Take me home, Gorbian. As you wish. No crap. That girl poked me with a stick. Good morning, Ursula. Go. What? Time to get up. Damn right. Time to art. The Baron, April 1518. I can move. What we got here? Oh. The Picatrix, Key of Solomon, the Heptameron. I didn't get to read all that. Prior Ring gives me all these books to read. Okay. I really should clean this up. Ursula. Still nothing. Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? Quite well, actually. Thank you. Ordinary as far as sleeping goes. Not well, but there's nothing to be done about that. I slept well. Glad to hear it. I'm gonna be off to the Abbey, so I packed you some food. Almonds, cheese, and some of the rye you like from the Albanes. Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at the Abbey. Otto stopped by, says Eva. Yes, around dawn. As I walk away with my pulled out a rock. Here you are, Andreas. That's too kind, Clara. Many thanks. Master Andreas, if it would be too much trouble, could we... Would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? And if we raised it by 2 groschen? I hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the Abbey. 2 months behind. Peter's losing his hair over it. Even more than usual, I mean. I'm not sure how to respond to this. Rent wasn't due until the beginning of May. Be generous, Andreas. You can spare the money and it will ease their burden. You must take the consequences of the inaction into account. What is this shit? Don't they pay taxes every year? Why is this falling on your defects? On the other hand, she might think she can keep asking for advances in rent. Of course, it'll be no problem at all. Besides, we won't want Peter losing more of his precious hair. I suppose that's not out of the question. Yes, I think I can manage it. I can't promise anything. I'll see what I can do. Well, wait. Were these taxes unexpected? Sure. I'll be nice. Bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Andreas. And may St. Luke watch over you today. Speaking of St. Luke, how is your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it? Of course, it'll be no problem at all. Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent doing work for the Abbey. It's only during divine office thought Prior Ferdinand allows me to work on my masterpiece. A reasonable restriction, but slow going. City Council doesn't require it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show clients for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I'll go back to Nuremberg where I will marry and open a workshop of my own. From Nuremberg to a university and now traveling the world as an artist. What life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. Yes, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter of my life after a few missteps. Must be rather frightening, startling, starting all over again. I owe it to my family to make something of my life. It is, but I know what that it is. I wanted it. I'm okay. Not many people get to decide that. Certainly. Not anyone in something. Anyway, I don't know anything about art. I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little book. Your masterpiece must be wonderful. It's getting there. Hard work will get you all the way. Have a hard time writing God there. That's what my father used to say. God rest his soul. Now I have to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we'll see you after Vespers for supper. Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Drucker invited me over for supper. Please say hello to the Druckers for us. Till later, Clara. Peace out. What's up with Eva? Hello. I can just stay on the path here. Oh, I can run. What's up, Peter? Andreas. Oh, you don't want to talk that much. What about ill Peter? I got Peter and ill Peter. Bless you. Andreas. Yes, Andreas. Those pigs stink. This weather has been. They really have trouble writing God. This town gone to shit since my days. Oh, misspelled weather. Were things very different when you were young? I don't believe that shit. As different as beer and pigs. Or piss. The old abbot didn't bother us much about our customs. Sure. He didn't mind if we left a little offering to keep the skies clear, the weather fair. Okay, he's talking about another god. Matthias knew that Christ was in our hearts, even if the white lady's name was on our lips. The church banned all observance of pagan gods, ill Peter. What sort of old customs? I thought St. Moritz protected Tassing. You think that spirits have been fouling the weather since no one follows the customs anymore? Asked him about the ban. Well, no one told Perchta that. She was here first, bitch. The saints weren't the first to watch over the Tassing. My father knew that. Old Ranning Kemper knew that. That bastard abbot may not like it, but some of us keep the traditions alive. What do these traditions entail? When you get up in the night to take a piss, go around to the right side of the house and never go back the same way. What? That way the witches don't steal your soul. How interesting. Cough, cough. I should go. God bless you. Patra, bless me. Got quests. Just another day. Another few pages for the abbot. Hopefully a few for myself. I need to get across the town and head up to the abbey so I can start work at the scriptorium. Oh, Big Georg. George? I don't know. Morning, Big Georg. How's it going? You working today? Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. He hit a big rock with the plow. Or, I guess that's supposed to be plow. And it took me Lord out knows how long to pull it out. You off to the abbey? Every day but Sunday. Every day but Sunday, bitch. Thank God for Sundays. Day of rest. Smells like a storm coming, no? Just smells like fresh alpine air to me. I love that word, alpine. You've been traveling too much. Where was it you spent your... before coming to Tessing? Wondershire. Okay. Pick a background that will affect your character's choices going forward. Press and hold to confirm your choice. Hey! Shelby's here. Yep, Lucy and Biscuit are sitting on the couch. Biscuit's here so he doesn't get into trouble. Andreas knows some Italian and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Basel and nearby Bern, Zurich, and Freiburg. Okay. Flanders. Andreas knows some Dutch and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent, Italy. Andreas knows Italian, a little Greek, and can reference cultural touchstones from Florence, Venice, and Milan. I'm going Italy. Oh, hold it down. Yeah, Lucy's there too. They're both there. They're about as close as Lucy's going to let him get. Italy, Florence for a while, but Venice and Milan as well. Italy. No wonder your senses are dull. You've been there too long. Spend enough time in these mountain fans, and you'll be able to smell a storm coming. You dumb bitch. How long will that take? 10, 15 years? I'm not staying here 15 years. I don't think I have that long, Big Jorg. What'd you spend all that time in Italy doing anyway? Other than art, I mean. Okay. Pick a background that will affect your character's choices going forward. Okay, same thing. Hedonist. Andreas seeks out pleasure wherever he goes. He's extremely social and quite experienced in all the enjoyable vices of the world. Craftsman. Andreas loves to work and dedicates all of his time to art. As bookworm, Andreas spends all of his non-working free time finding and reading as many books as possibly can. Rapscallion. Andreas has a penchant for getting involved in petty schemes, pranks, minor crimes, and fist fights. Businessman. Andreas devotes much of his time to self-promotion, optimizing business expenses, taking investments, and balancing books. I'm a hedonist. Italian women are beautiful and the wine exquisite. What do you think I spent my time doing? Big Jorg. Sounds like fun, but you better not let Father Thomas hear about that. Fuck Father Thomas. Why not? The priests tell us to emulate the lives of the saints. I revere St. Augustine, who said, Lord, make me a chaste, but not yet cast, whatever. If you say so, Andreas. I still think you're going to get in trouble with Father Thomas. Jorg! I hit another rock. I got a big going. Jorg! Dad's already acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get the rock out. See you later, Andreas. Until later. Peace out. Okay. Town Commons. Let's go. Indris. Kind of like... Oh, went too far. I want to explore a little bit. Martin, please, can you give me a hand here? Where's Martin? That's Martin. Martin's pissed. What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on him. Aye. That looks a lot like standing there and doing nothing. Owning nothing. Martin, for fuck's sake. Help your cousin. Morning, Andreas. Excuse us. One of the fence rails fell and the sheep started hopping it. Martin, idiot. You doing anything to help him? What is this? Should I offer to help? Perhaps helping others also helps us. It allows us to feel useful and take satisfaction in our work. That idiot Martin should be helping them. Yell at him. Give him the good stare. Hee hee. Then again, I don't know anything about sheep, and I'd probably just get in their way. Yeah, I'm going to stay out of the way. Thanks. It'll probably take an hour or two to track them all down at this rate. Blood sacrament. Damn it, Veronica. What did you say about blasphemy? Sorry, Mom. Her name's Hetty. Oh, look. There's something going up at the Steinauer's place. Oh, shit. Just pointing. Who's that on the horse? Looks rich. Very astute, Martin. I don't know, Martin. But Lucky is giving him an ear. That dude's name's Lucky? Fuck, I haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Claire's wedding when Johann pulled his pants down. What the fuck is up with Johann? He's a hedonist too. Not two of my man's teeth out. Two of my man's teeth out. You don't want to feel strength behind a stonemason's anger. Do you think he's a noble? He looks really rich. This dude's giving him the fucking sexy eyes. God damn it. Stay out of trouble for once. Aunt Hetty. There's flies everywhere. Behave yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now? Andreas, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road, we need to get these sheep under control. Okay. I'm out. Don't work too hard, Martin. Yeah. This will be remembered. Okay, once I can talk to all of them. There was this dude over here. Dangerous. Hello, Andreas. Andreas Smithy. It's so much smaller than the one he uses in the Abbey. Okay, so he does both, I guess. Sheep are all up in the way. Martin! Get your bitch ass over here. What? Okay, just a lot of haze. It's over here. Church and Druckers. Still more sheep. Drucker house is locked. I guess it's Klaus. Oh my God. As he talks in a printing press. Morning, Andreas. How's it going? Morning, Klaus. Another day at the Abbey. Another few hours to work on my masterpiece. Good to hear. You still coming by for supper? Marie and Bert would love to see you. You need to see these new woodcuts I have for an Italian edition of Till I didn't realize Father Thomas let you print books in Italian. Come on, Andreas. He's not that strict. I know he's just trying to protect the people from witch mania. Adventure stories about questionable moral repute. Your sloppy typesetting. Fuck, dude. That's brutal. Witch mania. Oh God, don't say that. We're less than a day's ride from Innsbruck. No need to get people around here all worked up about witches again. Besides, don't talk about witches around Father Thomas. It's just a bad idea. It's the first thing I'm going to say to him when I see him. What's up, witch? Supper tonight after Vespers. Of course. Great. I'll tell Marie and Bert that you're coming to see them. See you later. Klaus. What's up with this dude? There's Thomas. What's up, witch? God bless Master Mailer. I hope your week is going well. Thank you, Father. I'm doing quite well. I'm just on my way up the hill to get to work. Thank you, Father, but I'm running late to the Abbey. Good, good. Andreas, I don't recall seeing you at Sunday morning Mass. You understand how important it is for your salvation that you receive Holy Communion, don't you? Yes, I apologize, Father Thomas. I promise I'll make it up on Sunday. I do, but I've been working sketches late night, and I just stayed up too late on Saturday. I don't want to get into an argument with him about this. Going to church on Sunday be such a burden. It's not for his sake. Consider it for your own. A man with many many duties. Father Thomas should appreciate how hard you work for the Abbey. This asshole can't make you go to Mass. To hell with him. Almost everyone in town works hard, though. Andreas, this is about more than success in life. There is a... Oh, shit. It's the rich people. Oh, my. What a blessed day to receive such an illustrious visitor. Master Mailer, this is Lawrence, Baron of Rothwogel, the great lord from the countryside of near Worms. Good to see you, Father Thomas. It is nice to be remembered fondly. I only wish that all of your neighbors were as welcoming. Well, yes. What brings you back to our little town? My wife and I were returning from a trip to Venice. We spent a few days in Innsbruck, and it was terribly dull. I mean, it has a certain charm common to these Alpine cities, but the place was crawling with nobles for the emperor's diet. The emperor, was he there? Did you see him? Oh, briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time, quite lovely. I didn't want to bother him or the painter. Oh, I'm using my thing because I was in Italy. The city's Jews now live in their own quarter in the north. That's fucked up, Lorenz. The city's artists are still producing wonderful work. Titian, in particular, as a god. No offense, Father. Of course. Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead to make visit for Kearsall. I heard Father Matthias died shortly after my last visit, of course. A great loss for the Abbey, and for us all. Indeed, by good fortune, I recently came across a copy of the Historia Tausfea he was reading during my last visit. Father Matthias was hoping to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. It contains some fascinating details about the history of this place. I'm afraid they might even cause a bit of scandal. Heh. Ah, yes. But I must be off. There'll be time enough to discuss tastings past later. Testings. I commissioned a manuscript from the Abbey through Father Gernot, and I have come to check on this progress. Is that me? Oh, my lord. If you have come to see your manuscript, you should speak with the young Master Mailer here. I still have to marry. It's an honor to meet you, my lord. He doesn't have to know. Andreas is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. For the next few months, he's also helping the Abbey's scriptorium. A Nuremberg artist working in an Abbey's scriptorium in 1518? Oh, we should talk, Andreas. I must know the story. Of course, my lord, be an honor. Well, I'm already late to the Abbey, but I suppose that's all right. Surely my lord will find little internal punishment. Let's fucking tell him. Wonderful. It's so rare to find someone in this countryside who knows anything about art. Great. Thank you for the introduction, Father Thomas. Come to supper at the Abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the Abbey table. Already got... Oh. Did the Abbey invite me? Oh, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up after Vespers. What is he going to do? Refuse us? Alright. Excellent. We will see you then. McCullis. I'm dismounting. Run ahead of us. Take the horses to the Abbey's guest house. I'd like to take my time talking with Master Mailer. I'll meet you there. At once, my lord. So then a journeyman from Nuremberg. Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old to not be a master. Are you unmarried? No, I'm not married, but in truth, I came to my vocation later than my father and brothers. I was in university for a number of years at Erfurt. Erfurt, wonderful. That's the same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his works? Tremendous mind. He says things about the church that should have been said years ago. I might get him in trouble, but he's a brave, brilliant man. Did he die? Like, didn't he get fucking killed? Wait, you may have even met him. Did you? You must tell me. Oh no, he was a few years ahead of me. Still, his ideas seem fascinating. His ideas don't hold much interest in me, I'm afraid. I agree wholeheartedly. I simply must meet him if I get the chance. I wonder if the good brothers at the Abbey ever heard of him. Perhaps they even read his list of 95 theses against the church. Thesis? Thesis. Father Matthias was not above having a lively debate. I hope Father Gernot does not disappoint you in that regard. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies. Forgive me, Baron, but did you attend university? You seem very well educated. Why are you so interested in my education? You seem very well educated. Ha! No, my family is merely wealthy enough to have provided me with all the books and tutors a child could dream of. I love all knowledge, from Aristotle to Cicero to Ficino to Erasmus and everyone in between and yet to come. I have misjudged the Baron. It seems he is well read as any university student. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? Why did it change? No, only a master's degree. I started working towards a doctorate but didn't finish. Oh, that's a shame. Well, what was your area of study? Okay. Andreas has strong understanding of Catholic theology, biblical knowledge, canon law, heresies, and similar subjects in imperial law. Andreas knows the basics of fractured systems of laws that govern various states in the Holy Roman Empire. Andreas is familiar with the basics of human biology, medicine, and illness. Let's go with that one. All things medical, studying the latest and greatest texts coming out of Italy. Yes, the Italians continue to innovate in that area extraordinarily, really. Fascinating work. Who knows what secrets may learn about the human body in the decades to come. Oh, someone approaches. Attilia. You! If I had any faith, I would have prayed you'd never show your face here again. You talking to me? Curse you, Lorenz Vogel. Perchnit's dogs tearing you to pieces would be too kind of a fate. Apparently he's not a good person. The rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? What was that about? Who knows? By the time I finish guessing, the old crone will probably be dead. ... Well, what of your early time in university? Every student must study the trivium and quadrivium, yes? Did you have a favorite subject? Okay. Latinus. Andreas' strong command of Latin, grammar, and vocabulary. You can also easily recall sentient, quoted words from wisdom. Okay, logician. Andreas instinctively thinks about the implications of information as he receives it. Is adept at spatial analysis and can easily perform complicated calculations in his head. Orator. Andreas excelled in rhetoric in university. He is a skilled teacher, persuader, and public speaker. Occultist. Andreas knows the soul endangering amount of theoretical and practical knowledge of alchemy, astrology, theurgy, necromancy, and various magical rites ceremonies. Heavens and earth. Andreas knows a great deal about constellations, heavenly bodies, their movement. He also is familiar with various plants, animals, and occultists. I used my access to the university library to suit more esoteric interests. Esoteric? How? mystical texts, books on alchemy, invoking spirits, divination, purely academic, of course. Of course. I started with Ficino's Corpus Hermeticum, and my interest only deepened from there. Quite interesting, Andreas. I'll make some time to speak with you on this topic during my stay. As you wish, my lord. In your other studies, was there anything else you excelled at? Okay. Okay, so it's other stuff. I like being a logician. Logic, geometry, and arithmetic. Quite interesting for an artist. Was Aristotle's Organon the foundation of your study? Yes, the Organon for logic and Euclid's Elements of Geometry. But the past few centuries have yielded wonderful new texts on logic. Peter Abelard provided the foundation of scholastic philosophy and established the primacy of Aristotle's work. The Englishman William of Ockham gave us the Sum Logique, arguing nominalism against Platonic realism. And of course, Thomas Aquinas gave us the tools to employ both faith and reason in the pursuit of truth. All monks and friars, of course, a great deal of work to force Aristotle to fit within the church's vision of the truth. Is that so wrong? I question that these great men should have wrestled logic into the church established by fiat and force. And there's the abbey. Is that it? That's fucking huge. I have good memories of this place and of Father Matthias. I was sad to hear of his passing. How did you come to know him? How did you come to know of Kersal as well? My family had been patrons of Kersal for, I don't know how many generations. Some years I heard that Kersal still had a wonderful library of artisans, professional artists that had taken over manuscript production. So I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here. There's not much left these days, 2 old men, a young scribe, and me. This is a good place to create art. The artists that remain here are quite talented, if a bit old-fashioned. Sure. Well, Kersal is more than a bit old-fashioned. Some of my friends think I'm mad for commissioning manuscript from the Abbey in this day and age. But well, my family had been patrons of the Kersal for generations. It seems wrong to stop now while there's still talent here. Commissioned a manuscript through Father Gurnet a year ago. I thought I would stop by and check on the progress. Wait, are you the artist working on it? It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations. I know the work, but no, I do not. I do know the artist well. He's the venerable brother Piero. How venerable. He still has his wits and skills, if that's what's concerning you. Brother Piero has an incredible talent with color. Then I very much look forward to seeing it. Dude's got a fucking funky hat. Nicholas. Tend to the horses and the baggage. I'm heading to the Abbey. Yes, my lord. Abbey time. Okay, I'm back. Kathy's in the chat. She's a newborn. Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. Okay. Oh, shit. The nuns. Nuns. Quite unusual for Benedictine house. For a Benedictine house to have monks and nuns, even if they are separated. The church closed most of them centuries ago. But then Kersal is a place out of time in more ways than one. Do you recognize Mother Cecilia? She seemed to recognize you. Why were they closed? Let's ask. We were acquainted, yes. Let's leave it at that. Who's this dude? You must be Father Gannat. I am Lorenz, Baron of... Oh, shit. Yes, the Baron of Rothgel. So one of you have come here again. We actually did meet on your last visit. If you say so. I'm not good at remembering faces. Please forgive me, my lord, but I wasn't expecting you for another few days. Yes, I know, but I wrote ahead. I just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's in no trouble. No, it's no trouble. Did you want to see it now? Oh, in a moment. I could do with a bit of refreshment, though. May I grab something from the kitchen? Granat is not having it. Yes, yes, certainly, my lord. I will meet you there. Andreas, I don't know what you're doing with that Baron, but I need you in the scriptorium now. I'm eager to gift to work. Why are you taking this out on me? He's not my problem. Is this a bad time to ask for an advance on my payment for the Book of Hours? Urgh. Shit! I should have asked him for the advance of the Gertner taxes. Maybe I can convince Brother Matthew, let's go with that, to pay me early. Okay. Find a way to get paid. Always. Shrine. What's the shrine? People. Map. Brother Matthew maintains the shrine, along with some of the sisters who paint badges for pilgrims. Bless you, Brother Piero. That's not me. She must be blind. No, wait. It's Master Mailer. I thought you couldn't see, Sister Marguerite. During the day, I can see some colors. How'd you know it was me? You and Brother Piero both smell of pigments you use. But you're taller, and you have another smell to you, like fish or burned almonds. What? Oh, that old linseed oil. Linseed oil. Popular among Italians, but Brother Piero doesn't use it. I'll ask Sister Gertrude about it. How's Sister Gertrude's herbs coming? It's too early to tell. Most of them won't be grown until May. Still working with herbs suits me. Have a good day. What's this? Okay. Obtain the hand of Saint Moritz, which is said to have once held the Holy Lance. Okay, yeah. Lich bit. God bless you, Master Mailer. Thank you. Gertrude. God bless you, Master Mailer. How goes your work in the scriptorium? Could be better. Would it make you happy if I told you Agnes Stanorum received some saffron yesterday? I don't know what any of that means. Where'd you hear that? Sister Matilda saw her at the Albanes. Maybe you convince Prior Frank to get some of your yellows. Good to know. How's Mossfanger? She's around here somewhere. Hopefully getting to the baby rabbits before Sister Matilda does. Till later, Sister Gertrude. Gertrude. Saint Satia. I got a map. Okay. Okay, I guess that's where I'm at. So I'll leave Covenant Garden, Lower Abbey, church. It's in the church. Monastery Aquarium. It's got singing. Crypt, tower, dormitory, Old Bailey. They got the guy who pays. God bless you, Andreas. Has your voice recovered from Easter Mass, Rudiger? Oh yes, it was a bit of a strain, but a worthy sacrifice. Well, if the Lord can give us his all on Easter. Exactly. Have a good day in the scriptorium. Have a good day singing. He's a singer. Old Bailey. Sacristy. God bless you, Andreas. This dude is tiny. How's the sacristy today, Matthew? The same as yesterday. Does my vocation seem silly to you, Master Mailer? No, I was just being friendly. Then go in peace, friend, knowing that the Abbey's treasures are secure for another day. God be with you. I have a favor to ask. Yes, Andreas. This isn't part of an agreement you made with Father Gernot. You be paid on the completion of each additional manuscript you eliminate, not before. I only have a few pages left, Brother Matthew. I'll finish them in the next few days anyway. Can you mention a deception this once? Not without good reason. The Abbey runs through mutual agreements, not haphazard payments. Breaking such contracts could cause undue trouble, not only for Cursal, but for Tassing as well. Is that why Father Abbot has increased the taxes at Gertner's? Same as yesterday. Okay. I understand. I won't press it. Okay. What is this about, Andreas? Gertner's have asked me to pay their rent early so they can pay taxes to the Abbey. I would like to help Gertner's pay their taxes to the Abbey. I need the money, brother. I've made a grave error and I'm in debt. If I had the coin, I'd be able to pay it off. Go for the taxes thing. I see. Very well. Do not ask this of me again, Andreas Mailer. Here you are. I shall note this with the Father Gernot and pure Frenard. Thank you, Brother Matthew. God bless you, Andreas. He's not happy. It's probably this haircut. Alright. Now that I've got my payment, I can give Clara the rent early. Give it to her directly. I ain't fucking leaving money around. So it's up in the Old Bailey. Okay, there's the scriptorium. Cemetery. Go in this guy's house. Steal some shit. For Jesus. What's this? A Volvel? I've seen this before. In astronomy and medical tracks. What's this one for? 2 wheels. Top wheel has Greek letters and a holes cut out to reveal Latin letters. Underneath, the outer edge of the lower wheel is divided in 4 sections, each bearing an elemental symbol. Okay. Greek, Latin, and elemental symbols. It's obviously someone with occult interest fashioned this. Who are they? A quarter turn of the upper disc aligns with different elemental symbol at the top of the lower disc. Okay. Given the number of letters and the size of the disc, there's enough space for a total of 4 versions of the Latin alphabet. And that reveals a different set of letters underneath. I wonder what it's for. A cipher of sorts. I need to investigate more. This has to be connected to something else around here. Steal that shit. Come on, Andreas. What's this? Dormitory. Let's go to the cemetery. Yeah, okay. Tree. The apple trees have started to bloom. It'll be a few months before they bear fruit. Cloister. Really nothing here? Oh shit. A monument to the founder of the Abbey. It's fairly recent. The funds were donated by her descendants. Animal pens. Cloister. Kitchen and cellar. Dormitory. Church. Sephat. God give you health, Master Mailer. Brother Sephat, I'm surprised to see you still here. I am, but I'll be leaving soon, returning to Rome. I and my bishop regret that we cannot reciprocate Father Rodolphe's generosity earlier. He showed much kindness to our priests at the Council of Constance many, many years ago. Will you remain in Rome? This is up to my bishop, but I will miss these mountains in any case. You should travel to Ethiopia, Master Mailer, and see the highlands. God has blessed my home with a wondrous beauty. I would love to someday I still need to return to Nuremberg and open my workshop. Yes, someday. Until then, if you're ever in Rome, I may still be around. I've only made it as far south as Florence, but I'd like to see Rome. By the way, if you have some time in the next few days, it would be nice to share a meal with you and some townsfolk. The townsfolk? Fuck them. I am accustomed to strange looks, especially in rural places like this, but I have had kind words with the baker and his wife. Ah, yes, Albanes, Ulrich, and Gret. I offer to tell a story to the children and their mothers over a meal someday. Gret seemed excited about the idea, but would be more comfortable if you were there as well. Sure, I'll make time. Thank you, Andreas. I look forward to it. God give you help. Courtyard, lavatorium, large garden. Man, this place is huge. Hey, bathroom there. Okay, nothing really happening here. Let's go to the large garden, the big garden. Oh shit, refectory, cloister, chapter house, refectory, kitchen and cellar, animal pens. Okay, there's the cemetery down there. What is this? I don't know what recipes the brothers have for peas. It's a fucking odd thing to ask yourself. Cucumbers are growing quickly. I'm sure whatever isn't eaten will be pickled. Oh, Abbott's house. Let's go inside and steal something. For God. For Rick. God bless you, Andreas. Okay. Pet Mirabilis. Yeah, that's right. I'm not working. I'm petting your dog, bitch. And I got paid early. Andreas. Okay, he's not happy. Can't go to the lower abbey. What's down there? Gernot. And to find a way to get in advance, I did all that. I managed to convince Brother Mallet to pay me early for the manuscript. Luckily, I didn't need to convince the abbot. I should get the money to clear out. Well, I guess I should. Let's see what's up with the scriptorium. So let's go in the kitchen. Steal some food. Ah! What's up, Lucas? Lucas. How goes it in the kitchen? Is Brother Wogslav working you hard? Not too bad. Brother Wogslav is nice to me. It's Father Abbot and Brother Prior who will make things hard. Yeah, fucking assholes. I shouldn't complain. They just like their food a certain way, and I'm not that good at cooking yet. I'm sure Brother Wogslav will teach you well in time. Brother Edak complains about his food too, but he complains to Brother Wogslav. What does Brother Edak know about food anyway? He's from Cornwall. I don't even know where that is. It's a land to the west across the sea where all they eat is fish. It sounds miserable, but that's always what he complains about, the fish. He just likes to complain, I think. Don't lose heart, Brother Lucas. You're still learning. I'm cutting up a fish right now. Guy. Good day, Andreas. How's your morning together, Brother Guy? Yee. It's fine. More contracts for the abbot. Which would you rather be making, contracts or manuscripts? I honestly don't care, Andreas. As long as the abbot isn't pressed, he could have me write the first chapter of Genesis until Judgment Day. Does the abbot's opinion mean that much to you? The abbots and the friars both. You're lucky. When you're done with this, you're going home. I'm never going to see Burgundy again. I'll need to make the best of the next 40 years. Then I'll leave you to it. Andreas, God bless you. So good to see you. Good morning, Brother Piero. Good to see you as well. I don't like this weather. My bones ache. It means a storm's coming. Big Jord Gardner says that if you live here 10 to 15 years, you can smell storms coming. Brother Adok has been here long enough that he can always smell them coming. Do not forget, Brother Guy, the fate of the youths who jeered the aged prophet Elisha, outside of Bethel. Are you comparing yourself to a prophet, Brother Adok? Adok. I'm comparing you to an impudent youth whom the Lord in his ineffable wisdom may choose to strike down. Brother Guy, please show some respect to Brother Adok. You're being mean-spirited. I'm not getting involved in that. Well, everyone seems quite lively. I suppose that means Prior Furnick is not overseeing us today. He was here, but then he heard Lorenz Rothvogel had arrived, and he hurried out like a little mouse. Furnick is so desperate to impress the abbot and nobles like Rothvogel. It's pathetic. You feign kindness to the Father Abbot and our prior only to speak about him like this behind their backs is shameful. Oh no, Baron Rothvogel, his manuscript. I just realized he will want to see his manuscript. How silly of me. Of course that's why he's visiting. Perhaps if you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to worry so much about patrons' visits. What's the problem? The Baron is just one client. You have to wait like anyone else. Someday you will stand where Piero is, and a young monk will stand where you are now. Fuck you, Guy. Anyway, what's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He has to wait like anyone else. Andreas Baron Rothvogel is not like anyone else. He has powerful friends, including Prince Bishop of Frusting. Kirstall is already out of favor. Father Abbot does not want to have to deal with more attention. If Prior Freernick isn't here, I'm going to work on my masterpiece until he arrives. Do my own shit. That's right. I need to reference the Ern der Mauer manuscript. Knock, knock. What do you want, Andreas? A book. The Ern der Mauer manuscript. The Book of Hours. Your hair looks messy today. Did you get enough sleep? I was dreaming about you. Liar. Could I just get the book? That lady's tall. It's all the way upstairs. Can't you get by without it? I needed to reference my work. Really? My feet hurt and the stairs are so steep. I'm just going to ask Illuminata to get it. Sister Illuminata. Andreas needs help finding a book. I don't know where it is. Andreas. Sister Illuminata. I'd like to borrow a book. Book of Hours. Yes, I overheard. Here, please return it promptly. That dude is covered in something. Andreas, may I see how your masterpiece is coming? Yes. Your opinion is always welcome. I don't know. Yes, the composition is lovely. There is joyful spirit in your arrangement of these figures. The contrast of the colors is also quite nice, rich and beautiful in their own. but not overpowering the scene. It doesn't feel right, and I don't know why. It's an excellent interpretation of someone else's work. That's what the client wants. What do you want? Where are you in this work? I don't know. There was room in here. I don't know. I didn't know there was room in here for me. That doesn't concern me. I want to do a good job. I want my clients to be satisfied. It is inescapable. We all put ourselves into our work, whether you realize it or not. What did this painting represent? It's November. What? In November, we can show peasants leading pigs to the forest, into the forest, just forage for acorns before the slaughter. Andreas, the peasants here are no longer allowed to forage acorns in the forest. Many great lords and abbots across the empire have forbidden it. Even Father Gernhoff. What difference does it make? This is the way November is painted. But it's not the way November is. Art is illusion, storytelling, but in their most sublime form, these images illuminate a path to truth. It's most important to me that my clients are happy. They won't pay for truth. Yes, but with God's grace, this book of ours will outline us all. What will it say to those who see it in a future generation, centuries beyond our comprehension? Some will gaze deep into the lines and paint to seek a deeper meaning. What would they find? But you need not listen to my opinions. They are just the thoughts of an old monk. You're damn right. Shut up. There is no place for monistic scriptoria anymore. Monistic. In truth, this room is a place out of time. Some people, some places have a difficult time letting go of the past. I am not among them. The creation of books, of art, is no longer the province of monasteries. So be it. More people will be able to write, more people will be able to read, and in so doing, be bought the truth. You think there's a danger in anyone being able to write, anyone be able to read anything? I think you will always be a place for artists like you, Brother Adok. And Brother Guy. It's kind of you to say so, Andreas, but you need not be concerned for me. I have lived a long life, and I'm happy to have served the Lord. Not listen to my opinion. When he calls for me, I am ready. The wheel has turned. That dude is walking weird. Where's the time go? It's already tersk. Too much talk. I must ask forgiveness for not honoring the rule. Until later, Andreas. Until later. I'm not bound by your rules. I'm gonna have to wrap up soon. I got a video to work on. Some art to make. Oh, he's fucking... It's him. He's got the thing. The pagan thing. What is he doing? Biscuit, what is he doing? Oh, shit. What's going on in here? Illuminati says. Illuminata. Should I go talk to her? Andreas, what was that noise? Oh, I'm sorry, Sister Illuminata. I knocked a bowl of paint on the floor. But Prior Ferdinand came in and wrote in one of his books, slammed it closed, and left. He was in such a hurry I didn't even think he noticed me. He was slamming books shut. Prior Ferdinand should know better than that. Some of these manuscripts are quite delicate. He seemed in a great hurry. I think he's been on edge since Baron Rothvogel arrived early. This is why books should not be taken out of the library unless it is necessary for divine reading or work in the scriptorium. Are you still mad at me? No, anger is not an appropriate response for a... I guess none. Okay, that was a fucking weird looking word. But the fact remains that you tricked me into giving you that book for no valid reason. Great Irish scribes, one who wrote masterworks that even now grace libraries of Cologne, Fulda, and Mainz. No, it's not. Not unless it pertains to your work or the abbot permits it. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait, what's all this fuss about Lorenz Rothgagel? Why is Prior Ferdinand so nervous? Lorenz, I didn't know you were familiar enough with the man to use his Christian name. Anyway, I haven't dealt with him personally, but the prior and Father Abbot have. I only know that he has purchased a number of our most valuable manuscripts over the years, and he paid enough to help the Abbey when we needed it. Like what? What did he buy? I can't remember. Own responsibilities. How about this, Andreas? If you help me recover some missing books, I'll tell you what I know about Baron. Sure. Thank you. It's for the good of the Abbey. Where should I begin? Out there, where you and your cohort have carelessly strewn books around the scriptorium. I'll tell you what books I'm looking for. Find them and return them to me. First book is 2 volumes of Aeneid. Reddish covers, 14 inches by 10 inches, 3 inches thick. They're not his to keep. There's a fair amount of wear on these. Hope you don't mind. Oh God, she just walked in the scene. Alienus judges duty to the gods over his lover Dido. And she that girl who sang on the Eminem song? You think Anna's sense of pure duty appeals to Piero? We all have our vocations. Brother Piero takes his more seriously than most others in the Abbey. You clearly have a chosen vocation seriously. Take your vocation seriously. Andreas, I didn't have a choice in my vocation. Few women do. Is it really that bad? Is being a woman that limiting? Being a woman that limiting? See, exaggerating is fine. True. She knows her life better than I do. You're right, of course. I appreciate it. You understand how limited our roles are, and our choices truly are. Jump in the water. Even in stories, we are maidens to be rescued, wed, cruel seducers of men, or wizened crones. Like Dido, we are ordinary women, and merely tools in the tales of men. We can never be protagonists of our own stories. No woman is exempt from that, from the empress to a nun. It is our lot. I suppose I understand now why you are not fond of Aeneid. It's fine poetry for men. Now, the books, if you please. Give me my books. Thank you. Next, Wretched Garan. Green cover, diamond pattern. Brother Adok. The beauty of this book truly relies on ridiculous content. Belies its ridiculous content. I'm surprised the Abbey owns a copy. We don't. It belongs to Amadeo Rusco of Uguano. It's Venetian edition. That's quite valuable. He loaned it to us 5 years ago. It's subsequently lost, and the abbot has received 3 letters about it. Certainly seen the brothers enjoying it. That book is not appropriate reading for Benedictine monks. A baby is sold to pirates, raised a servant, and then lives a life of adventure, wooing princesses and fighting in tournaments. You forgot the best part. In the end, Gurin learns he is royal blood and son of a duke. He needs to take a duke. He reigns as king and dies a pious hermit. What's not to love? Benedictines should be dreaming of reconciliation with our Lord, not lusty adventures. What's the harm? Fantasy leads to temptation. Temptation has led to the downfall of many men and women. Sometimes, yes. But books like this, it's all the same type of fantasy, isn't it? To die better than we are born. What's the problem with that? Why shouldn't a peasant dream of being a king? There is neither Jew nor Greek, neither slave nor free, neither male or female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. She just fucking slammed it down on your dumb ass, Andreas. We may be one in Christ, but we're not equal in this world. If it isn't this world, it isn't this world you should be concerned with, Andreas. But the book, Andreas, we must return it. Or would you like to have it to receive a fourth letter? I hate to see the brothers disappointed, but I understand. It is not my goal to deprive the brothers of their joy, but return Maida Rusco's property. Okay. The book, please. There's only one book left. Then you will be freed from my bondage. Oh, God. A dark red cover, 8 inches high, 5 inch. Okay. Brother Gay. Now that I think about it, he has always been guarded about this book, like he was hiding it. Very good. Please bring it here. What is it anyway? Maybe I should have learned French at some point. I do not know French. I am Italian, or I went to Italy schools. Why are you asking me so many questions? Just give it to me. I haven't asked so many questions. I asked one question twice, and you haven't answered me. I have good reason not to answer you. Wait. 3 French bishops condemned the book. All copies were to be burned. The author shared the same fate. Oh, God. Wait, what? What? Why? I don't know, Andreas. This isn't my place to question the judgment of one bishop, much less 3. And before you ask, no, I haven't read it. And I know it contains a dialogue between love and reason. So the book is dangerous. When did the bishop condemn it? Oh, she's floating. I'm floating too. Everyone's on drugs. 200 years ago. What? Why? Why is it still here? Because Father Matthias loved books. All books. He didn't want them to see it destroyed. Sounds reckless, and he is right to do so. Books shouldn't be destroyed. Even question. I can sympathize. That's fine, but Father Matthias is gone. It is not my place to question the former abbot's decision, but when Father Gernot learned it was in our possession, he wanted it destroyed. How did Father Gernot know the book was here? I'm going with that. Mother Cecilia made a note of it in the inventory when she was the librarian. Must the book be destroyed? No one even knows it's here. Well, I refuse to give it to you. If all you're going to do is destroy it. I do. So Mother Cecilia, and so do. Okay. Well, I refuse to give it to you if all you're going to destroy it. What? Why not? What are you going to do with it? Read it and become a French heretic. I'm not sure I'll keep it safe. Give me that book, or our deal is forfeit. Oh, shit. Fuck. I appeal to your duty as a librarian of this abbey not to destroy this book. How about that? My duty is to God and to the vows I made to the rule. But what about the librarian rule? To protect books. Okay. Impressed admiration for Irish. Failure? What? You just made that up. Pros of compromise. I will take the book for the abbey, far away. Fine, take it. I'm done with this. I understand your frustration, but this is for the best, Andreas. Thank you. Can't believe I failed that persuasion. Now then, Baron Rothgau. Quickly, though. I need to finish up here soon. He said he buys books from the Abbey. What kinds? How long he's been visiting the Abbey? He seemed... Know anything about the book? I've heard of it, but I've never read it, and I know little about its contents. The subject is broad, but I believe the book deals specifically with Roman occupation of this land. What about it could upset Father Matthias so much? What do you know about Rome? What could it have been? I can't claim any deep insights into the former abbot's mind. I understand him to be a virtuous and charitable man, sometimes to a fault. It's not always best when an abbot considers himself a friend to his brothers instead of their shepherd. Do you prefer Father Gernot or Father Matthias? Could something in the book have led Father Matthias to a crisis of virtue? That's a hell of a question. Virtue is only found in crisis. Without it, virtues are little more than ideals. So perhaps there is merit to that in that idea. Well, I must be off to Mass. Thank you again for your help, Andreas. That didn't tell me anything. Wait, how will you get to the church if you're in the scriptorium? I thought there was only one door to the library. We are standing in the oldest part of the Abbey, and like any old place, it has its share of secrets. Good day, Andreas. God be with you. That's the bell for Sext. The brothers will be sitting down for dinner soon. I should see if Otto is around and still wants to eat with me. I think he's working by the guest house below the Abbey. I want to check this out. Friar Frank was doing with this book. From the library of the University of Five Churches, the Hungarians call it Pext. This is where Fernick is from. Doctor of Theology, Jorg Kron of Gran. Frank Sildus? What am I looking for? Text on astronomy. It looks like I'm not familiar with it. Sloppy bookhand couldn't have been produced by an abbey of Nota. Bastard script. This is definitely Frick's handwriting, between the lines in the margins. Is he notating the text in the university for Pex? Is he notating the text for his personal use? Is he notating the text for the benefit of future readers? In any case, it's a thorough commentary. What is this? It looks scribbled. Not like Frank to be sloppy. It didn't even blot the ink dry. Libra, Capricorn, Aries, all astrological symbols. What's written below? Greek. That doesn't make any sense. That's not even a word. It's just a jumble of letters. Must be some kind of cipher. A key. Wait, the Volvo I found in Greek letters on it. Must be connected to it. How? The outer ring of the Volvo is marked with alchemical symbols, but the cipher has astrological symbols. There's something I'm missing. I suppose I'll figure it out in due time. But I'll copy this down now and reference later. Uh-oh. Okay. That was fun. But I have other things to work on. I want to get done today, as a matter of fact. So, thank y'all for joining me in this look into what was it? Pentiment. Forgot the name there for a second. Seems pretty cool so far, if not a bit talky, which I guess that's what I was expecting. I don't know. Maybe I'll play some more sometime soon. Until then, peace.